game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. What a treat to be here in what is called the prettiest little stadium in America, home to the Georgia Southern Eagles in Statesboro. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on the 19th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Southern Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Let's get down to the field. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the App State Mountaineers offense takes the field for the first time today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. New set of downs after the completion. The pull and throw off the RPO. There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send you. Send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
They'll send the back in motion. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds his big tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick release on the RPO. All kinds of room to the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week, because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, App State.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. So the Georgia Southern Eagles offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Got the first down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. He's open on the right. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Eagles have pushed it inside the 20. The give on the option. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. Calls his own number. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Finds a soft spot in the middle. Touchdown, Eagles! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A 70-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Hauls it in at the 40. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The Mountaineers headed quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Throws to the back. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He gets a block. Followed him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Power football with the run. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this 3rd down. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Eagles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love that.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it on the right. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. And the Mountaineers in the hurry-up.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Mountaineers in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the back. Leaves it with the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Mountaineers are on the move. They go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It is good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Off the play fake on first down. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now facing a third and long. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the option. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Fires to the right. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The give to the back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's caught downfield. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. He's got his man across the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. So now it's 2nd and long. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that 1st half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Mountaineers will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They'll open the 2nd half on the ground. Gets it past the marker. Right down the gut of the field. He's at the touchdown, Georgia Southern. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Mountaineers are in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming.
And I think everybody holds their breath when that QB is back to throw, and he's right near the goal line. You never know if it's truly a safety, but he just gets out of the end zone and avoids the safety.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Breaks into the open. Past the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And the pummeling has started. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll bring it out. It's Burton. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season. They have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
The Mountaineers line up to punt it away. Now on the return. Makes a move. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Rushes on him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there. and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. He unleashes a long one. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Cantrell. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And wings it incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Woods.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. The Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, the run, and looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds a man on the left. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a spot in the middle. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the end of the period. Georgia Southern is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So 1st down will open up the final period. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. Touchdown, Eagles. Catch and run for 6.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to sling it on second down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Third and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Mountaineers have this offense rolling. Here we go. He'll try the left side. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically. Now,
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's...
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Going right to work up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Quick pass on the fly motion. There he goes. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. And the Eagles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Gets it out to the 20. That's not enough for the first down. Fourth down coming. The Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't...
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And the Eagles can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll try it again. Headed to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent team.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that
Lofts one deep down the right side. Intercepted, number 19. Got some room to run. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the fourth. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching